Welcome to another episode, everyone. Let me take you to Corcoran State Prison, where a bloody war transpired between the Hoovers and the Broadway gangster Crips. Now, these individuals at this time were indeed our allies, so to speak. There on the yard, we had no problems with the Broadways, particularly the Five Deuce Broadways. Well, we had Big Fred Dog, rest in peace, from Five Deuce Broadway on the yard. He passed some time ago in a car accident. And this was my guy. I've said this before. Big Fred Dog and I were real close. And the name fits him because he was a real big dude. Now, also on the yard is Hoover Jack from Faux Trey Hoover. This is Hoover royalty. Hoover Jack is related to Big Judah Bean. Rest in peace from Faux Trey Hoover. For those who may not know, Big Judah Bean is Hoover royalty. Make no mistake about it. He was killed by a certain gang, a certain faction back in the day. Many, many years ago. And the response when they took him out was so violent, so vicious, so deranged and unhinged by the Hoovers. They applied so much pressure, attacking every single night. People were so upset and outraged and in disbelief that it was the bloodiest response I'd ever seen from any gang. I'm not going to get too deep into that. I would like to, but I'm not. It was so bad, in fact, that they ended up giving up the individual that it did it. Said, here, man, just take him. Just please stop. I'm dead serious. And I only say that. I had to preface the story with that because this is who Hoover Jack is. Hoover Jack is also Hoover royalty. He's from Faux Trey Hoover. He's the big homie. He's the oldest homie on the yard by far. And Hoover Jack is older and he walks real slow, like with a limp. And me and all the homies, we used to clown him. It's me, Big Black, rest in peace. My road dog. From 107 Hoover. He's on the yard. Bobcat was on the yard. Him and Capone from Five Deuce, they had just left. And it's a few Broadways on the yard, about 4 of them. And they hanging out with some of the other gangster Crips. They hanging out with the Faux Trey gangsters, what have you. But again, we're cool with these individuals. And I'm particularly cool with Big Fred Dog, as I alluded to now. Another dude from Broadway comes from B Yard. I'm on C Yard. We're all on C Yard. A dude from Broadway, a young dude. I'm young at the time myself. I'm 20 years old. This is in 1995, 1996. I was in Corcoran in both of those years before I transferred and went to Lancaster State Prison in 1996. Then I paroled, came back, went to Cincinnati State Prison. The list goes on. I'm going to get into that soon. He comes from B Yard and he comes to C Yard. C Yard is a lot more violent than B Yard. B Yard is violent, but the politics on C Yard are different now. Hoover Jack, he works in the kitchen. He runs the kitchen. He's older. He has the respect from everyone on the yard. Everyone who knows who Hoover Jack is, bro. They know. Anything happens to Hoover Jack, it's going to go all bad. Period, point blank. All right. That's just the way it is. And though we have different factions, the black people there in prison, we all still have a certain respect for our elders and an OG from a certain hood. Like we know he's an OG from his hood, a well-known, a reputable. Everyone on the yard is going to respect him, bro. Bottom line. Dude comes from B Yard. Apparently, he don't know who Hoover Jack is. Now, Hoover Jack is running the kitchen. At the time, the inmates are running the prison. They still do to a certain extent. So Jack can get you hired in the kitchen. He can tell you, he's not going to go to the police and get you fired. He's going to tell you can't work in here no more. He runs the kitchen. He has everything coming through the kitchen. He says what comes and what goes. And you have people like this. You have situations like this everywhere in every prison. Dude from Broadway was working in the kitchen over there on BR. That's why he was transferred over there to CR, if my memory serves me correctly, because they believed that he was dealing with a CO woman or whatever over there on BR in the kitchen. So they said, over familiarity, we're going to send you over there to CR. But when he gets over there to CR, he wants to get into the kitchen. He wants to get into the kitchen bad. So he's soliciting Hoover Jack to get into the kitchen. He's beseeching him. He's imploring him. He's telling him, bro, let me in the kitchen. Hoover Jack already has a list of people that's waiting to get in the kitchen because it's popping up in there. There's a lot of transactions going on up in there. There's a lot of stuff going on in the kitchen. People want to get in there. It's a prime job. It's a prime opportunity. So the dude from Broadway, he's really going to have to wait. But he's pressing the issue. So Hoover Jack, since we're so cool with these individuals, he jumps them up he puts them in the kitchen. He jumps them up in front of the line, in front of everyone, because dude's saying he needs to handle some business from B yard, where he just came from. And he can only handle it through the kitchen. This is where a lot of the communications are going on from the other yards. I don't want to get too much into that because it may still be happening. So Hoover Jack obliges and said, okay, I'll let you in. So he lets him in the kitchen. And then when he gets in the kitchen, he's trying to get something from B yard. The reason that he wanted to get in the kitchen in the first place was to handle some business from the yard he just left from, B yard, and he's trying to get some product from B yard. It's going to have to come through the kitchen. So he's trying to do this, but he's doing it sort of loosely. He's being clumsy as far as Hoover Jack is concerned. So Hoover Jack told him on this one occasion, he's only been working there in the kitchen for a few days. He's only been on the yard for a few days. But Hoover Jack told him, and Hoover Jack got him right in the kitchen, like as soon as he hit the yard. Because he was pressing for 1 day or two. Jack like, all right, man, I'm going to get you in there, man. Just chill. And he got him in there like the next day. He's only been on the yard 3 or 4 days. But he's trying to do something, and he's doing it clumsily. Now, they all have something going inside of this kitchen. So no one wants to be outed. No one wants to be busted. They're going to goon squad running there because this dude is dropping the ball. He's fumbling. So they're trying to tell him how it works in there. This is how we get the stuff, bro. Whatever. You have to wait. You can't do it like that. You're going to blow the whole operation. You're going to blow everything up that we got going. They all looking at each other like, man, Jack, I don't know. You should let this dude up in here, man. Right? So dude is upset. The young dude from Broadway, he becomes irate, enraged even. Like, what do you mean, bro? He essentially tells Hoover Jack, what, bro, you the police? You think you the police or something? I mean, what are you talking about, bro? Let me do what I got to do, bro. This ain't none of your business. Let me handle my business. What? Now, some blacks in the back. The word came down. We know what happened, what transpired inside of this kitchen. In no uncertain terms, the blacks are telling this dude, a few other Crips in there, and they're back there behind Hoover Jack, like doing like this, like, nah, bro, kill that. Like, don't do that, bro. You don't know who you're talking to. It's not that Hoover Jack is some big old guy or whatever to a lot of us, he may be, but to everybody, it's not like that. But he's older, and he's certainly an OG, so he garners a certain respect from everyone. Period. So it's not necessarily out of fear, just out of respect. They're telling him, man, stand down, bro. You tripping. You know what I'm saying? So this enrages him further. Like, what are y'all talking about? Why are y'all bound down to this dude, bro? And he over here acting like he the police. I'm telling me I can't get no. And they like, bro. Now they basically go over there and grab him physically and tell him, they over there talking to him sternly, like, bro, you tripping, homie. I'm telling you right now, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, your young ass, you tripping, bro. You don't know what you talking about, who you talking to, bro. You just hit the yard. There's some Hoovers on the yard, bro. They not finna, you tripping, bro. You better calm down how you talking to this dude. I'm telling you. But again, he becomes even more irate because these dudes are chastising him about a situation he feels like he's right about, and no one can tell him anything. And who is this dude for y'all to be telling me to bow down? He's yelling out like, man, I'm from Broadway. I'm from Broadway gangster, bro. Can't nobody tell me. These dudes can't tell me nothing. So then Hoover Jack finally loses it. He's an older dude. He can barely walk, Hoover Jack. Got a limp and all this. He a big dude, though. He can't do nothing. He can't do no squabbling like that or nothing these days. So Hoover Jack like, man, bro, all right, cool. You said he talking, bro. All right, it's all good. So he had already made up his mind at that point. He finna come let the homies know, man, this dude disrespected me. You know, he went too far. I was trying to chill about it. You feel me? It's up. Like, basically give us the word. You know what I'm saying? Get off. Okay. But before it can even get that far, dude from Broadway, the young 19, 20-year-old individual, attacked Hoover Jack right there in the kitchen. Said that Hoover Jack essentially threatened him. He hit Hoover Jack a few times. Hoover Jack tried to swing back. Now the Crips grabbed him and shoved him, like got him out the way, shoved him. But it was too late. He had already, he punched the homie 3 or 4 times. He fired his shit up. Hoover Jack tried to swing back on him. He couldn't even do much. He was dazed. This is an older dude, someone that we all love and respect. Now, the word came back to the buildings quickly. What had transpired, the gruesome scene there in the kitchen. And just recalling it now, I can tell you that it was one of the times that I was my angriest ever behind bars. Because I always felt like my people expected me to be on the front line. This is how it's always been, bro. My homies always wanted me to be, they always expected me to be on the front line. They don't expect me to be in the back somewhere when some shit kick off. They expect me to be right there in the front line kicking it off. This is how it's always been. Even to this day. My people, my family, my friends, they expect me to be on the front line. My people, my community. And that's where I'm going to be. And this is the big homie. And I'm young. And oh my God. I'm pacing the cell. I can't believe this. I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This young dude just came on the yard, been here 3 or 4 days, begged the homie, the big homie, to let you in the kitchen. He did. After you've been on the yard for 2 days, he let you in there. Got you in there. And you attack him because he's telling you not to make that transaction right now because you're going to blow up everything that they've been having going in this kitchen for years. Years. These dudes been on the yard for years. No. I said, what? He did. So, Big Fred Dog from Five News Broadway, of course, caught wind immediately to what had transpired. The dude from Broadway is still on the yard. So is Hoover Jack. I mean, it happened right there in the kitchen. They didn't get caught or nothing. They both on the yard. Fred Dog come to my door. After he find out what happened, come to my door. When he come to my door, I'm already walking in my cell. I'm pacing. This is a little while after the incident. And I'm ruminating. And I am indeed cultivating sinister machinations. There's going to be an imminent response. There's going to be an immediate response. This individual is going to be attacked viciously. He done lost his damn mind. This is the big homie. This is the OG homie. And I personally felt like I had to perform. I personally felt like I had to defend his honor the same way I would feel today. I'm representing this. These individuals already paved the way. What it look like to them? What it look like to my big homies? Like, man, you young. You the young homie. We been passed the torch to you. We still got to be putting in work. We've been putting in work. We started this shit. It's your turn. If not, what are you banging for then? So I really felt pressure all the time, self-pressure, to make sure whenever something kicked off, as it involved my homie, I was going to be on the front line. And Hoover Jack, personally, I took this real personal, bro. This was unheard. This was out of pocket. This individual was out of line. So I'm pacing. Fred Dog comes to the cell, and he like, let me holler at you. This my bro. So I just went to the door. I'm like, yeah, bro. He like, man, little dude, bro, we gonna take care of that. We gonna take care of that immediately. He tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what y'all gonna do? Said, we gonna beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, no, that ain't good enough. That's not good enough, Fred Dog. You're like, what you want us to do, bro? I'm like, you already know. You know what I'm saying? This dude gotta go. I told him, I told him, I said, you know what, Fred Dog? I'm just gonna tell you the truth, bro. Because I got love for you. I really do. And it's beyond this gang shit at this point with me and him. With you and I, it's beyond this, bro. I don't give a damn about Broadway. I don't give a damn about Hoover. Me and you are brothers, bro. So the best I'm going to be able to do is to make sure the homies don't attack you or don't attack you in that way. But, bro, it's about to go up. I'm telling you this because, you know what I'm saying, I got love for you. I'm already out of pocket letting you know, but you already know. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing I can do, bro. It's going up. This dude done lost his he done lost his freaking mind. And I told him, I can't stop it. There's nothing I can do. He like, bro, you can stop it. On Broadway Gangsta Crip, you can stop it. I'm like, how the fuck can I stop it? Like, bro, on Broadway, you can stop it. Stop it, bro. Knock it off. You can stop it, bro. I said, no, I can't stop it. I cannot stop it, bro. He said, you don't want to stop it. I said, yeah, I don't want to stop it, bro. I do not want to stop it. I do not. I do not want my name in that shit. That I called some shit off after this shit that happened to the big homie. That's out. This shit has to happen. This shit is going to happen immediately. Period. Just get out of the way, bro. So Big Fred Dog, being the individual that he is, a strong stand-up, 10 toes down individual. Did what I expected him to do. Said what I expected him to say. Same thing I'd have said. Bro, I'm not going to stand down. Y'all attack the homies, I'm going to be right there is what he said. You know what I'm saying? Now, me and you know what I'm saying? You already know what's up, bro. You feel me? It's much love. You know what I'm saying? You know, we just ain't fucking with each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, bet, bro. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Bet. And that's just what it was, bro. You know. Now, I was going to go into a part 2, but I'm not going to do y'all like that. Because it's really not a part 2 to this. It's real simple. It's real simple. There was no strategy involved. None needed. There was no, we gonna come out to the yard, bro, and y'all go that way and y'all go that way and we gonna catch him over here and you had a back over there. No. Hoover Jack also came to my cell. He was lumped up a little bit. This, the OG homie. Feel me? I was like, wow. I'm like, what's up, big bro? You feel me? He explained what happened. You know what I'm saying? He hot, of course. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say nothing as far as like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get these dudes or y'all get off or whatever. He ain't had to say nothing. He already know. He already see what's up with me. You feel me? So, you know, he right there, he leaking. I'm like, all right, big bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't trip, big bro. Don't trip. You feel me? Don't trip, bro. That shit finna be handled immediately. Immediately, big bro. We gonna handle that shit immediately. No passes, bro. We finna crash this dude. I was hot. You feel me? So he like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I already know. You know what I mean? I already know. So I'm like, yeah. So we talked about it a little bit in the kites, but it was simple. Bro, we just gonna come out, everybody stay together, stick together, and attack. There's no strategy. There is nothing to talk about. There's no strategy involved. Come out, and every one of them that you see, go to work. Period. That's it. And that's what we did. We came out to the yard. We stuck together. They knew it was coming. They saw it coming. They already knew it was coming. And Fred Dog, as expected, he was out there. He could have stayed in his cell. I did, in fact, let the homies know in the kites, bro. Y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? Big Fred Dog. Feel me? Don't put y'all hands on him, but you know what I'm saying? You know, don't abuse him, bro. Don't, he gonna squabble with his homie. He gonna stand up and fight back with his homies. Of course, he already told me that, but don't do him bad. You know what I'm saying? It's war. It's violence. Can't really play favorites. And I am. And that's just how I felt. Everybody was cool with that. You know what I'm saying? They all had love for Big Fred Dog too. But these other dudes, there was another dude from Broadway I had a little love for too. He was a strong dude too, bro. And it wasn't really their fault. This dude that just hit the yard, they couldn't control what he did. He was in the kitchen doing it. Young dude just went off on his own. Don't understand the politics. Then this ain't B-Yard, bro. And this ain't no little young punk you talking to. You know what I'm saying? So nah, man. We came out. We just stuck together. We were together. We walked around the track. They were right there. They were basically in the middle of the yard. They wanted to get there where, they positioned themselves strategically. They positioned themselves there for a reason. I'm not going to get into that. They were right there in the middle of the yard. It don't matter. We converged on them. We attacked them. And weapons were indeed involved. One of them had a weapon. The individual that had did what he did to Hoover Jack, he was the target. And he was a bloody mess. He was a bloody mess. He was a bloody mess. It didn't end well for him. Beating. Yeah, he got hit. He did. I'm sure they know what happened there. He got hit. It was leaking, and if people don't understand why that happened today, that's the story behind what really happened. This individual attacked the big homie. And yeah, the gloves were off. He was a target, and there's nothing like some mad Hoovers, bro. I'm telling you, I don't want to make them dudes mad. I'm serious. I've seen them mad before. It's not good. And we were all pissed. We were extremely upset about this. He was a target. He was attacked. He was on the ground, and there was no mercy for him. It's like, motherfuckers was trying to take him out, bro. I'm not going to even lie to you. That was the plan. I'm not going to even lie to you, bro. That was the plan. That was the plan from the beginning. There's no way. We're going to send a strong message. We're not going to let this happen, bro. You done the wrong thing. What do you think who do you think you are? Where do you think you're at, bro? Who do you think we are that we're going to allow this for you to attack our big homie like that? You lost your mind. So that's what happened. Shout out to the Broadways. We had a lot of love for them there on the yard before this situation and even after. But that was just something that had to happen. And rest in peace to Big Fred Dog, as I said, and rest in peace to Big Black, man. And rest in peace to my mother, who I've been thinking about heavy for the last 2 days for some reason. I think about her every day. But my eyes are red and puffy a little bit. I saw them this morning. I was looking in the mirror. When I got up this morning, I was like, damn, my shit puffy. You know what I'm saying? It was rough. Man. Rest in peace of Big Black and Fred Dog, my mama, and everybody else who's lost loved ones, moms, and all that. Everybody be strong, man. Stay safe and stay free, people.